suck it up.
And now, back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Back on the Big Dumb Fun Show. We're live and online at BigDumbFunShow.com. I won't tell you to give us some of your stars because there's other things I could talk about. Like if you're a band and you've got music, send us your best radio-friendly MP3, attach it to an email, send it to info@BigDumbFunShow.com. We will take a listen to it and maybe, just maybe, we will play it on the air.
Hey, welcome back to Studio 4. Dustin Kaufman, he's got a new web series that he records over at the Uptown Arts Bar called Kauf Drops. It's on youtube.com/KaufDropsLive, where you can spell that Kauf Drops Live, and we'll post it up on our Facebook account as well. Dustin Kaufman, welcome back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
What's going on, buddy?
Nothing. I also would like to introduce Brian David, one of the head writers here with Kauf Drops.
Brian, how are you?
Doing well.
Is this your first time? You can scoot up onto that so I can barely hear you on there. Is this your first time in Studio 4 or you've been here before?
It's my first time.
Are you sure?
Yes. Relatively.
I think we have a picture of you actually on the wall. So no, that's just not to accept checks from you. So I think we're good.
That's
we should
everywhere,
be fine.
So, yes.
we got that over at the Apple Market.
Right.
So you guys together are writing. It's a live show, but you have a writer or
we have a small team. Brian as well as Jeremy Smith. Gage Barton's one of our head players, but he's been starting to write a little bit of the sketches as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
so this is a sketch show.
And no, it's a late night talk show.
Okay.
Straight form. We're coming out with new monologues every week,
Nice.
skits, interviews, live performances. And since the internet, we try to keep them at about 15 minutes every week.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're having fun and the laughs are there, so we're just, we've been, like this week's actually, went 21 minutes on it, but we had Chris Porter and we had amazing musical guests and stuff. So
That's cool, but you're trying to keep everyone within their own attention span.
yeah, just for the internet. I mean, so you don't want to go like full 30 minutes, even televised, a 30-minute show is only 22 minutes.
Yeah.
A month in, we're almost there.
Yeah.
And, laughs are there beginning to end.
And their audience, normally isn't drunk.
That's
So
true. We have that
that's great.
advantage. We can get them
like,
drunk.
Because you have a live studio audience.
And we welcome anybody to come. We film live every Thursday. We film at 10:30. There's like an anything goes. I wrap like an anything goes open mic around it. So before and after filming, it's always open mic. So people are always coming up doing and we encourage the weirder the better. So,
Sweet.
But it's good.
And it's online by going to either Facebook or YouTube, typing Kauf Drops Live. But the YouTube is where it's at.
Yeah,
that's where
that's where
you're posting all the videos and keeping up to date on all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So who are you interviewing on this show?
Well, so far I've been interviewing comedians. I've been having live music as well. I've had AJ Finney,
Nice.
Mike Baldwin. We had James Inman last week talking about drinking urine.
Cool.
Now, did he actually drink any urine when he was there?
Was it out of a bucket like this? Or a jug like this? We got
it was
this
a
from the
glass.
River Market military surplus guy, Sam's Garage.
I think he just
You ever seen
left
that?
it here. He's trying to get rid of it.
I know, he's like, you guys can keep the jug. I'm all, you're too kind. You're too kind. There you go.
That's a nice milk jug.
That's right. Is there urine in there? You think is that an expired
Didn't
milk?
smell like it.
Yeah.
So
And
Almost big enough for me to fit in.
I say that as though I know.
You're like, no.
So, right.
Yeah, sure. All right.
Yeah, I watched the interview that you did with James Inman. I know James Inman is a comedian, and he was talking about hanging out with Doug Stanhope, and they're kind of, he does like this once-a-year thing where everybody goes out by where he lives and hangs out. And
Panamint, I believe it's called.
yeah, and then James Inman would do something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, and then this week we had Chris Porter on this week's episode that we just released. So that was really huge to have him on, especially so early in the show. So that was really nice.
That's really cool. And they just come on to the show, and it's much like a talk show. They come up on the stage. You ask them a bunch of questions. You film the whole thing. Are you at several different angles, a fixed camera angle or so?
We just have 2 cameras, and we will move them according to what we're doing. We're actually still experimenting. We're still in the experimental stage. I mean, nobody's ever in the group has ever put on like a weekly late night talk show.
So it's a new thing for all of you.
For all of us, but it's it's stuff we've done. I just just did this documentary that I did nothing but interview people. So
Yeah.
and we've all written and stand up. So it's all in the area that we've done.
But there's some skits on there too, or
Yeah, we're doing skits every week,
Yeah.
mock interviews, fake commercials.
where do you see this
sketch.
going? Do you want to keep it web based, or are you hoping that some TV picks you up somewhere?
I mean,
Take it where it takes us.
yeah. I mean, we
Like, I don't know.
we're a month in. We're already thinking in the future that we can start getting into festivals. So we should start submitting to some of these bigger festivals because competitions are mainly stand up, but the festivals you can submit shows.
Could you take the show anywhere?
Probably. I mean,
Like anywhere with a stage, you could just be like, hey, we're going to do Kauf Drops live on stage at Renfest, or we're going to do it on, somewhere else, maybe some auditoriums.
Well, what's going to happen here? The Kansas City Fringe Festival is coming up, and they're going to take up that space, aren't they, on Thursday?
Yes, since we are.
So they're just kicking you to the curb.
We don't even get to film that week. But I think
Bunch of jerks.
we're still in limbo. I think we're either going to go out and do take advantage of the situation and go film a few acts.
Or protest them.
Oh, yes, that's what you got to do.
That'll do you some
Become
good.
popular within
We might film the show at the front door of the Arts Bar on Thursday.
We're just going to do our show right outside.
We're interviewing everybody walking into another show. Excuse me,
Hey,
sir.
here's where we usually do the show. Somebody else is doing a show there tonight, so we're just standing out front. Now
That
we're
could be
out
good.
back,
That could really
folks,
be
because
great.
all the real action happens out back.
Yeah. Hey, now we're on the what is it? Where was that Norm always going to the top of the balcony?
Now we're on the deck
Now
out
we're
back,
on the
up
deck.
top.
We're on the deck smoking weed with Norm Dexter. How's it
The
going,
upper
Norm?
decker, as they know us.
So, you go to the Arts Bar on the Monday nights too. You're just a resident there.
I have been lately.
Yeah.
I just moved back around to the area, so I've been going out for the past couple months. It's packed. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Where did you
And
leave
what
to? Is it
happened with
Chicago?
LA? You were in
I
LA.
was in
and-
LA for the past few years.
Yeah. What happened there?
Baby.
Oh, you got a baby?
Well, that's why we came back.
Yeah. Oh,
But
okay.
That's not, it did happen there, but no, it was very good. I mean, I was there a few years. I dropped a movie that was about to come out of post production, Ridiculous.
Sweet.
We did that with a different Brian David. And,
Another one.
He likes working with Brian David.
I work
lucked
with
out.
Almost exclusively
His name
with
wasn't
Brian David.
His name wasn't even Brian when we started working with him.
He was interviewing people. Would you mind being called Brian David?
It's like, all right, Richard, I like what you're doing here, and I
Can
like
we
your
call you
writing
Richard
style.
Swingin'?
Can I call you Brian? I'm like, okay, whatever. I just need the gig. Whatever. Okay, fine. So we have a Brian in every corner. So. Well, this is really cool. You can go on the YouTube and type in Kauf Drops Live, and of course we'll link it up on our Facebook
subscribe
account
to
as
our
well.
channel,
Subscribe
share it with your friends,
and then watch it, and then just watch it in replay and like click, repeat on your computer, and then walk away.
And we release shorter clips from each episode too. We'll do like the music performance solo, and then like take a skit or a part of an interview, and so there's always like a shorter clip to share, and it's still attached to the page, so it's all.
Then share it on your Facebook and all that crap.
And it's certainly something I think for everyone. This, especially the musical guest this last week, AJ Young. I think it was, just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, beyond what you would think.
Just blow your face off.
Unbelievable.
The musical
artist,
guests so far have been. I mean, we had
yes.
AJ Gaither and Billy Beal the first couple weeks. I mean, AJ Young. We had the famous Seamus and the Travel Bongs. But
yeah,
I mean, AJ is one of those out of left field guys. Because since we do that open mic that is essentially before and after the show, and it's anything goes, we get these.
It's kind of like a warm up for the show.
But we get it's a way to see talent and help this talent because this guy just walked into the bar a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Played a few songs and brought the house to its knees. It just tore the roof off of the place.
Who is the guy that walked in?
Actually, that was a high-speed wind that came through, but he was really good.
Oh man,
there was another girl that came in, Iris Black, just last. I mean, I've never heard or would I ever hear these people, but it's incredible, and so it's a cool way to not only see the community but to meet the arts community and to find so we can always have new, fresh guests.
Let me tell you a real quick side story about how much of an a-hole Gnurk is.
Thanks.
Right? All right. So we're sitting in the bar while the
Uptown
open
Arts
mic,
Bar?
Uptown Arts Bar, sitting out there while we're just hanging out while the show is going on in the other room, and this nuisance comes walking in. And Gnurk just gets in his ear like, man, you could do stand-up comedy. And the guy's like, oh,
man, I could do. I'm like,
I
go
think
sign
I
up.
totally. And he's like, you should sign up
find Norm
and do
Dexter.
some stand-up. You should find Norm. Tell him you want to do
Yeah.
like 15 minutes of stand-up comedy. And
I'll tell him that you got a Thursday night. There's like an open mic you could
Yeah,
go
he's
out
gonna
to.
send
Have
him
you
your
heard
way.
of? Have you heard of the guy's name is Street Fighter?
I tend to trust anything that anybody named Gnurk.
Yeah,
tells me.
exactly. You should.
That's why
You
people
should.
say
Unquestioning.
don't work at Gnurk.
That's right. Well, Street Fighter. Did he ever get up on stage?
at Chevy.
Hey! All right.
Did you
Dustin,
see that?
Brian,
No,
or
don't
whatever your
send
real
him.
name is.
Don't send him on Thursdays.
He's like, it really is
we film on Thursdays.
Now.
Don't send him on
Yeah,
Thursdays.
Oh, yeah, he's coming on Thursdays
Yeah,
now.
then on
we
Monday
film.
night, he's hanging out in the front of the club while the other guy's on stage heckling him.
Boo!
Man, come
All right,
on.
you guys, thanks so much for joining us tonight on the Big Dumb Fun Show.
That was the Cough Drops on
Thank
the
you for
Big
having us.
Dumb Fun Show. Here's Cassie Joy with her song Heard It From a Birdie.